MHS TV Pro students earned 5 National Award nominations. Winter sports are in full swing. We have tons of highlights for you. Why do some MHS students get bad grades? We asked students and teachers what could be done. All that and more on this episode of MET News. Hi and welcome to MET News. I'm Brian Moreau. Let's get right to the lead. Congratulations to Millboro High School Television Production for earning 5 National Student Production Award nominations. The National Association of Television Arts and Science announced on December 22nd the nominees for the annual National Student Production Awards. Middleborough High School Class of 2023 graduates and TV Pro students Dorothy Farino, Savannah Byrne, Ryan Fahey, Caitlin Provencho, and Sean Toomey received a combined 5 National Student Production Award nominations. This is the third most nominations in the entire country. Dorothy received 3 national nominations: Best Director, Best Editor, and for Best Photographer. Savannah Byrne received the nomination for Best Talent Performer. Ryan, Caitlin, and Sean received a nomination in the long-form fiction category. Each of these students won New England Student Production Awards in the spring of 2023 for their videos. The last time a Middleborough High School student received a National Student Production Award was in 2018, winning for the best music video in the entire country. This year's National Student Production Awards will be live streamed on Thursday, February 1st at 1 p.m. at watchtheemmys.tv. Best of luck to all of our nominees. Coming up on MET News, we asked why do students get bad grades? But first, MET Sports. With winter sports about 2/3 through their seasons, Jake Wood took the time to check in with a few teams and see how they're doing. Here's Jake with more.
At Middleborough High School, for our 2023 and 2024 winter sports season, let's ask some of our teams to see how their season is going so far.
What's your name?
Dylan Colville.
And what sports do you play?
I play basketball.
How's your season going so far?
It's going pretty good. Right now we're 4-0. We have a game today against Sandwich, then we have 3 straight home games next week.
How do you feel about the rest of the season?
I feel pretty good about the rest of the season. Hopefully we can make it far into the playoffs and maybe even win states. That's really the goal of this season.
Any other answers you have?
Nah, that's about it.
Aiden Gallant,
What sports do you play?
basketball and lacrosse.
How's your season going so far?
It's going good. We started off 4-0, and we have big games coming down, so hopefully we can keep it going.
How do you feel about the rest of the season?
I think we'll continue our streak. I don't know if we'll stay undefeated, but I think we'll go out with a great record.
With most of our winter sports teams seeming to be doing good this season, let's see how they finish off the year for 2024.
On January 12th, the boys JV basketball team faced off against Norwell. It was a great game with the Sachems taking win with the score of 58-49. On December 20th, the girls' varsity basketball team faced off against the Pontiac Lakers. It was a tough loss for the Sachems, with the final score being 30-56. Here is a highlight from the game. The varsity girls basketball season continued with a big South Shore League game against the Carver Crusaders on January 3rd. The Sachems secured the win comfortably with a final score of 66-38. Here's more from the game. Girls basketball had 5 wins and 5 losses going into their big home game versus South Shore League rival Abington. They notched their 6th regular season victory with a 64-43 win. Here's more from the game. Our boys basketball team has been fighting for glory on and off the court with long practices and a hefty competitive schedule. Let's take a peek at how the team is feeling about this season.
Hi and welcome back to MET Minute. My name is Emerson Kearns and today we will be covering boys basketball. With the varsity team having a record of 4-1 and the JV team having a record of 4-0, we were wondering how the players were feeling this far into the season.
I think I think we're doing pretty good, 4-1. We had a bad game last week. We were better than the team, but we just didn't play like it. But I think the season's going to be good. I think I'm getting pretty good minutes off the bench, and I think I'm playing good defense and shooting good and everything like that. That's what my coach asked me for, and I'm really doing that for the team. My goals by the end of the season, I want to have a dunk, and I just want to have a good overall season.
I think I'm doing pretty good. I think the whole team can have some improvement. We need to work on running our plays better. Stuff like that. We need to swing the rock. My goals as a player of the year is play more, get more minutes, work on my shot, work on my handles, stuff like that. Just like self-improvement. I mean, we only lost one game so far, so we're doing pretty good. I think we're going to win most of our games. And I think we're going to win most of our games. About it.
That's how the players feel about their season so far. Now, let's ask some of the spectators how they perceive the game.
Before my injury, I did pretty good as a player. I only got to play one game, but in that one game, I really worked hard and got a good shot up. This year, my team's doing really good. As of right now, we're undefeated. We look really good. We're hoping to continue with what we're doing right now and just playing winning basketball. Through the injury, I want to continue to support myself by resting my leg, making sure that it gets back to full health. And I plan on being on the sidelines for every game, cheering on my teammates and hoping that they can continue doing what they keep doing, playing winning basketball.
I think the members of the basketball team are working very well together as both JV and varsity have very good records, varsity only losing one game and junior varsity losing none. So clearly that has to be a lot of teamwork and getting the ball to each other to make sure that they're consistently winning their games. I involve myself in the Middleborough High basketball games by performing during halftime at the varsity boys games. I do baton twirling, and as the feature twirler for the school, I do a performance by myself with 3 batons for the crowd, and I split halftime with the cheerleaders. One piece of advice that I would give to the basketball team is to keep up the good morale that they have, because the happier the team is, the more they're going to win and work together, and if they want to win the state championship, they need to keep winning consistently.
There you have it. The team is predicting a very successful season, and hopefully that reigns true. My name is Emerson Kearns, and this has been MET News.
On Tuesday, December 19th, MHS played Hull High School for the first home opener of the season. The outcome was terrific, where MHS beat Hull with a final score of 88-41. Here's a highlight of the game. The freshman boys basketball team had 2 wins headed into their home game versus Mashpee on January 9th. Let's take a look at highlights from the game. On January 10th, the freshman boys basketball team faced off against Apponequet, coming out with a win 46-31. Here's highlights from the game. Sachem Ice Hockey had a record of 5 wins and 4 losses going into a huge South Shore League game against Cohasset. The team dug deep and came out with a 6-2 victory. Let's take a look at some of the action on the ice. The 2023 MHS football season may be in the rearview mirror, but Mike Burke wanted to share insight on how the season went and what the team can look forward to in the 2024 fall season. Here's Mike with more.
Hi, this is Mike Burke, and today we will be hearing from some of the players on the football team to hear about some of their favorite parts of the season and what they will be doing to prepare for next season.
For football last year, I was a cornerback and a wide receiver, but I didn't play any wide receiver at all. One of my favorite memories was probably messing with this kid Connor. It's on our team because he gets really mad about it. It's funny. Yeah, and the rain game against Taunton. That was a fun one. I don't know. I think I have to think about it. I mean, I never played football before, and it wasn't really my favorite. I wasn't too good at it, so I don't think I'm going to play next year, but it might change.
I played nose guard on defense and right guard on offense. Last year during calisthenics before a game, one of the workouts or stretches where you put your right knee down, you squeeze your butt cheek, and one of the players was supposed to announce it to the crowd, and then one of them voice cracked. It was pretty funny. I'm trying to work out more, gain stamina, lose some weight.
Running back and inside linebacker. The one game we won.
That was a recap of the 2023 football season. I'm Michael Burke, signing off with MET News.
Our new MHS has a beautiful library and collaboration spaces throughout the school. How are they getting used, and do they get used enough? Here's Dylan Covell with more.
At the new MHS, they spent a tremendous amount of money on the library and collab spaces, but teachers have been extremely against them. Students like to use these spaces for a quiet and comfortable space while they do their independent work.
So as part of the new Middleborough High School, that we have some really exciting new spaces that are really flexible and provide a lot of different opportunities and ways to engage in learning throughout the building.
I feel like the collab centers and MHS are helpful for the students because we're able to work with our fellow peers and we're able to get out of the classroom setting so we can like stay on track with ourselves.
And the Learning Commons was very purposely designed to be really that have elements of our library that has all the books and the materials that any library would have. But also it has a lot of different kind of spaces. So it has tables and chairs, and it also has high top tables and chairs, has a lot of comfortable seating. So that way they're depending upon your learning, depending upon your learning style, that you'd be able to really mix and match the type of opportunities that would be up in that space.
This is Miss Phillips, the librarian at our school.
I feel like kids are using it as best they can. You know, sometimes it's kind of noisy because there aren't any walls, and it's hard to supervise the kids while they're here.
This is Miss Milani, an English teacher at our school.
I think that we have such an awesome space up here, and I think that it's really helpful to have a space that's not in our classroom that lets us get into a comfy chair and lets us kind of do some independent work or lets us do some group work with a space that provides like the room to do that.
My concern is that there isn't enough supervision, so that if anything happens, or kids are here that aren't supposed to be here, or somebody needs something, there's no adult close by to help them.
As a special treat for a class, I really like coming up here and taking a break, but during lunch we can't use it in a class, and I can't send students up here because it's not supervised enough, and that's not fair to Miss Phillips and the other teachers who are in charge of this space.
So these spaces really are envisioned to be an area where active learning takes place. It's an area where students will be able to collaborate and communicate, to think critically, to also use their creative minds to be able to really take learning to another level. So like anything else, it is really about how students use them and how they navigate them. Teachers' use of them as well, and really how that bridges together between student use and really keeping up with the purpose of why these spaces were so important in the design of the building. So I don't look at it as a concern. I really look at it as that we, as like anything else, you're learning you're learning how to use our new school.
I think that's awful, and I would hate to sit at a desk for 7 hours a day. So I think the more that kids can move around, especially some kids need it more than others. Some kids can sit longer, some kids can't.
I don't like it. They need to get up and move. They need to be engaged in other activities that aren't just on their computers. And so there needs to be a better balance on how they're spending their time and moving their bodies.
I feel like they're kind of an underused option because it's a pretty good working space to kind of go out there and do your own thing and not have to really deal with loud people all day.
Space is that it's open all the time, so that way it's not like in a library, in a room where the door locks and the door opens. It really is something that students and the community can use for different aspects of meetings and programs and all of that. One of the areas of the building that I really love are the collaboration spaces, and there are 6 of them throughout the school that are located in the academic center, 2 on every floor. And that these collaboration spaces really become a meeting space, or really a hub for learning and cooperative learning, and really the element of project-based learning, where you have all these classrooms that are coming together that has the ability to do presentations and programs. It really is a cool space to be able to do some of that good, exciting work.
I don't really think it's a direct benefit. I think it just kind of gives you a change of pace and change of scenery from sitting in a classroom all day.
I feel like after a while, sitting at a desk for 7 hours kind of gets like tiring and like uncomfortable, and it's like nice to sit out there in those comfy chairs and like just changes up the setting a little bit too as well.
After hearing the different perspectives of the teachers and students at MHS with the use of spaces, we will see if a change occurs. This has been Dylan Covell. Thanks for joining me for MET News.
The Key Club is an outstanding organization here at MHS with their focus on service to MHS and the Millboro community. Reporter Quinn Wells had a chance to catch up with members of the Key Club to learn more about the positive impact they are creating.
Here at MHS, I'm with a club well known around the school called the One and Only Key Club. The Key Club is supervised by Ms. Lemieux and consists of many students wanting to make a difference in our community. This club creates fundraisers for the school and towards people in need.
I really enjoy being part of this club. Like we do a lot of like giving back to like our own community, like the Middleborough community, and I really enjoy doing that because like I really just want to like help people, and like being part of this club allows me to do that and give back to like my own community. Like I've lived here my whole life, so like I know Middleborough and like I'm a huge part of it, and so like if I can give back to like my home and my community, like I want to do that thing, and like it'll really help benefit me and other people, and especially like in the future, like I want to go on and pursue things like this, so it's just like is like a step up in my career and my future.
I love seeing Miss Lemieux, and I love seeing all my new friends.
Yes, and from Jax, the thing that he likes most about Key Club is all the opportunities to step outside of his comfort zone and try new things.
Sometimes I get exhausted from doing them when it's big projects, but other times I feel good helping my community.
I joined Key Club because I wanted to be a part of an organization that would give back to our community and help make important changes. And now that I'm part of it, it's been great. I've learned so many leadership skills and just been able to help so many people overall.
There are a lot of benefits from being in this club. Other than like the superficial stuff, like it looking great on applications, there's just so many great people in this club, like myself. So Lemieux is amazing. All the officers are great, and then all the other people part of the club are great. So it's like a community of people helping the community, basically.
So one thing I'd like to say is that our Eat to Heat fundraiser is December 7th at 5:30 to 7:30, and all the money we earn from that event we send to Middleborough Gas and Electric, and it pays the bills for families who are on the heating assistance list. And right now, this year, there's 725 Middleborough families who are waiting for assistance to heat their homes for the winter, and that's our biggest fundraiser of the year. And so that is something we'd really like people to show up for.
And there you have it. A huge thank you to Miss Lemieux and the wonderful members of this club for making this possible. This really showed an insight of an incredible club really being the key to make a change in this community. Thank you for joining us. I'm Quinn Wells with MET News.
It can be difficult to find success in school. Reporter Peyton LaPana wanted to get to the root of the problem. Why do students get bad grades? Here's what Peyton found.
In this video, we will be interviewing people at Middleborough High School on why they think students get bad grades. The question is, do we think the students could do more or the teachers? Let's find out.
So I think students get bad grades, one, because they are distracted in class between games on their laptops, their phones, playing games, texting, things like that. So they're not paying attention. And I also think that another reason they get bad grades is because they are overtired from not sleeping at night and coming in the morning not well rested and want to sleep during class.
I think students get bad grades because they don't get enough sleep to energize themselves to do the work.
Students get bad grades because they're unmotivated and on their phone.
Students probably get bad grades because they either don't try or the teachers are bad.
I think students get bad grades because some people just don't try to the best of their ability, and that can really affect your grades. And yeah.
I think students get bad grades because they don't feel motivated enough during the school day, and it's just really exhausting.
I think students get bad grades because they're not motivated enough because the work's not interesting.
I think students get bad grades because they don't put in enough effort. If you put in the effort, show the teachers you try, you'll get the grade.
We think that students get bad grades because they don't use their time effectively.
For example, students will come home after school, and instead of just setting aside like 30 minutes to study right away, they go out and they do other things, and then by the time they get home, they're too tired or they don't want to like study at that point. So instead of just managing their time when they could have done it before, they put it off, and now they're falling behind in their classes because they didn't study.
I think students get bad grades because teachers don't give them enough time and they don't help them enough.
I think students get bad grades because of this watermelon game.
I think students get bad grades because they don't pay attention enough in class.
I think students get bad grades because they get distracted by their phones too easily.
I think students get bad grades because we get sidetracked and sometimes we're on our phones and just don't get our work done.
I think students get bad grades because they're lazy and don't put in enough effort.
I think they get bad grades because the teachers would rather pass them a packet than actually teach them things.
As we conclude our interviews with MHS students, it's clear that the students and teachers play two different roles. It seems that the students need to step up and focus more on their work and keep their grades up.
With the school year half over, the MHS class of 2024 only has a few months until graduation. MET News reporter Balu Sotawa caught up with a few seniors to find out what they plan to do after high school and their favorite memories from their time at MHS.
As a senior at Middleborough High School prepared to embark on their post-high school journeys, we delve into how MHS has influenced their future plans. Today, we speak with students about the aspirations and cherished memories from their time at MHS. Let's hear what they have to say.
One of my favorite memories is going to football games with all my friends and dressing up for all the different themes.
Moments, I would just say just doing sports and football mainly, just being involved with a bunch of different things around MHS has kept me busy throughout the years, and it's just led to many moments.
Definitely transferring here and making the varsity baseball team.
After high school, I plan on going to a 4-year college. I'm going in undecided and hopefully going to find what I want to do.
I intend to get out of high school, go to college, and become a psychologist.
After high school, I'm going to go to college. I don't know where yet, but I just know I'm going. And obviously being here at MHS has given me the education to be able to prepare myself and have the opportunity to even go to college.
I think MHS has prepared me for my future by giving me different options for different classes and helping me figure out what I want to do when I'm older.
They have class options that I've been able to take, which have made me realize whether I want to do a certain profession or not with my life, and some that have shown me kind of what I could see in college and be prepared for that.
The flexibility with the classes, the teachers always help me out, and just the people there and the friendships I've made.
As we conclude our interview with Middleborough High School seniors, it's clear that MHS has played a significant role in shaping their futures. From career aspirations to cherished memories, these students have been influenced by their time at MHS. Reporting from MET News, I'm Balu Sotawa.
What's it like to take TV production here at MHS? TV Pro 2 student Nolan Trottier has the story.
At MHS, we have an excellent TV production class/program. This is where shows, shoots, and projects happen. This is our nice, expensive studio room where most of our students film and where most of our productions go down. This is our studio where we produce MET Minute, MET News, shoots, projects, and more. This is our equipment room where we keep all our nice equipment, hold our cameras, tripods, SD cards, and microphones. This room is where we do MET Minute, commentate live sports games, and can film our outside sports games from this room. This is our TV production classroom ran by Mr. Pelletier, who teaches us all the tips and tricks to be a great TV Pro student. In TV Pro 1, 2, 3, and 4, students get their work done using Premiere Pro.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of MET News. I'm Brian Moreau. Have a great day.